Hey, welcome guys. In this video we're doing a review of the Sony MDR-XB650BT Bluetooth wireless headphones. That's quite a bit of a mouthful for the model number. This is pure wireless headphones. They are Bluetooth compatible, but they don't have a 3.5mm auxiliary wire, unfortunately. But that's kind of okay with cell phone players. Just not so great for some people that don't have Bluetooth compatible laptops. This is priced at $129 US and $199 Canadian, but I do suggest in Canada you look for a sale price like I did. Sony advertises that this has about a 10-meter range, which is about 32 feet. I'll say that's pretty accurate. Unfortunately, there's no traveler's pouch included out of the box. Keep in mind that these are bass specialty headphones. They're designed for extra bass. In fact, it's even written on the box. I had a bit of a concern because these headphones are incredibly light. They felt kind of cheap and I was afraid they're going to break. Fortunately, that's not the case. They've actually survived with me through a few flights. I put them in my bag every single day, and it helps that the cups do rotate for easy portability and packing anywhere you need to. They're actually pretty sturdy, surprisingly. The top band has a layer of cushioning, so if you're someone that has very little hair or no hair at all, you won't be irritated by the band because that soft cushioning is quite thick and feels nice. The same can be said about the earphone cups. There's a lot of thick cushioning, like really thick, which makes it incredibly comfortable. My ears only get hot after 3 to 4 hours of continuous use. It doesn't matter which size head you have, there's some great flexibility here. The flex in general is fantastic. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. The ear cups themselves has some good rotation of going up and down. They can rotate left and right. So you're pretty much set in regards to which head type you have, and the bands do extend rather lengthily if needed. While wearing them, the headphones are rather comfortable and they're not too big and bulky, and they actually look pretty attractive. They have some really nice colors from Sony. One thing that's really important to me and for a lot of people I'm guessing as well, is if you wear glasses, these headphones are still really comfortable. They are not irritating at all. I find them to be very comfortable. And one thing to keep in mind is that they are available in red and black colors as well. I find that Sony did a great job of making them rather attractive. It doesn't matter which color you get. A lot of the functionality and control is pretty much on the right speaker. Now, starting on one far edge, we have the LED notificator, which if it's a solid red while it's charging, it means it's recharging. If it's blinking, it means it's trying to pair with Bluetooth. Pressing and holding the volume button for 2 seconds turns it on. Pressing and holding it for 7 seconds turns it on and puts into Bluetooth pairing mode. There's a microphone, which I'll get into later on. There's a micro USB port for recharging the device. And of course, they have volume control buttons for increasing or decreasing the volume. And while it's on your ears, it's actually easy to navigate because the plus volume indicator has this little notch on it, so it's easy to feel it out. The glider is also a button, so you can glide it, forward or back for going to the previous track or the next track. Pressing it in will play or pause a song, or pick up a call, or hang up the call. And all these buttons are pretty easy to navigate while it's on your head because they're placed really well. They all have the different type of feel to them, so you can just kind of touch them naturally when it's on your ear. On the left side, there is an NFC chip, so if you have, say, an NFC compatible cell phone, simply tapping your cell phone with the Bluetooth headset will automatically pair it in one tap. So these are on the ear headphone types, so they're not really designed to cancel a lot of exterior noise, but they do a somewhat okay job, but that's not really a big deal. One thing that's really important to me is when you have them on your collar. Keep in mind in this segment I have a pretty thick hoodie, so the collar is rather thick. Moving my head left and right is still rather comfortable despite them being a little bit higher than usual. Putting the head down is a little bit of an annoyance, just a tad bit, because your chin will rub against the speakers. And no, folding the speakers in is not a good idea because they tend to rub against your neck. Now, Sony advertises that the batteries in this device last about 30 hours, and I have to say that's pretty accurate based on my testing and results over the last few months. Now, to recharge the device, Sony does include a 1.5 foot cord, which is a micro USB cord. Unfortunately, there's no power adapter. Sony wants you to recharge this device through a computer only, which is incredibly weird to me. I don't understand that. So I do not recommend you hooking this up to, say, recharging through your cell phone or tablet charger, as you might blow out the battery, just to be safe. Now, it does take about 3 hours to fully recharge the battery, which is really long, but let's do some calculation. 1 hour of recharging gives you then about 10 hours of playback. Half an hour of recharge gives you roughly 4 to 5 hours of playback, so the trade-off isn't bad. While the device is on, even if you're listening to music, pressing the power button, just giving a quick tap, will have an audio playback and tell you if the battery level is high, low, or medium. As mentioned earlier, there's a microphone and there's a pickup and hang up button on the side. And based on my testing, I noticed that the person on the other end of the call will complain that the person with the headphones kind of sounds a bit distant, a little bit echoey. Furthermore, if there's a lot of background noise, it's really difficult to hear what you're saying. But I can't really complain as these are designed as headphones. I just find this more as a bonus function. As mentioned earlier, these headphones are designed mostly for bass playback, and they do a fantastic job of pushing bass. It's not over the top, so it doesn't really ruin the song that you're listening to. Mids and highs are just okay, but if you're listening to something like, say, rock, which maybe it doesn't emphasize a lot of bass, for example, it does not ruin the quality. I'm really impressed with the quality overall with these headphones. Increasing the volume like a crazy amount, even if you want to go deaf, honestly, it doesn't distort. I'm actually really impressed that even at high volumes, I'm still getting crisp, clear sound. When it comes to streaming TV shows or sports, it's just okay. You can't really expect much, right? Listening to movies, well, still the same thing. It's just okay. But when it comes to listening to action movies, you could be in for a treat, especially when there's, say, explosions, because explosions tend to have a lot of bass behind them. So overall, these headphones are fantastic, but they have some weird problems that kind of set it back. It does not support an auxiliary port. Now, I know a lot of devices you can listen to music from, you know, like cell phones, for example, or Bluetooth compatible, but what if you want to listen to it on your computer? Not all computers are Bluetooth compatible. The other thing is that there's no traveler's pouch included with this device. You know, they could have included one. It would have cost Sony just a few dollars in manufacturing to add it in the box. The other thing is that there's no power adapter included in the box. Weird, doesn't make any sense. Overall, it's a great set of headphones, worth checking out, especially because they are wireless, but those small things kind of keep it back from being perfect. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to check my Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Instagram links in the video description. Hit that like button, it does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.